pencils you've never heard of? Let's find out. And welcome to Grace and Lottie's Elizabeth. Here, going to be looking at some pencils today that I've had since the full set since June. I've had a couple of pencils for actually a little while, but haven't gotten around to doing an actual review of. So I thought today is the day. We're going to jump in and we're going to look at these pencils and really see, are they possibly the best pencils that you've never heard of? I think they might be. So let's take a look real quick at what pencils I'm talking about. They are the Grizaye pencils right here. You can see they come in a 72 count right here. Great color choice. Numbering system is straightforward. It is literally 1 to 72. I absolutely really like that it's just the number where they go in order. It like keeps things very simple, especially if you want to know where do they go? Where does this one go back? It goes in slot number 2. It goes in slot number 1. You know, it keeps things a little organized. Now, let's look at the pencil itself here, and I may need to zoom in. Let's zoom in just a little bit so you can see that a little bit better. There we are. So I've got the pencil right here. You can see that it is a hexagonal pencil, so that means it's not going to roll off your desk by accident. Grip feels good. Size feels good. You can see not dipped, but look at the size of that core to the pencil. Nice big core in there, as well as it is well centered. Prismacolor, maybe you should take a note there that it is actually sitting in the middle, which doesn't seem a hard thing to do, but right there, keeping it in the middle means you're going to get a great sharpening. You can see this one has been sharpened. The natural sharpen that they come with is a little bit flatter, but I've used mine, so I don't really have many with the natural sharpen left to show you that, but I like a nice sharp pencil. That is me personally. So let's see how they look swatched. Got the swatch chart here. Zoom back out so you guys can see it. We're going to go to full desk view here so I can put some side by side so you can see it. We're going to compare right here. So we have got the Grizaye here and the Prismacolor here. Now, one thing you're going to notice, these covered a little better. If you notice, the color is like really creamy and soft, so really went in there really, really well. One thing to note with these pencils, that's how they're going to cover. So if you're coloring books, I think you're going to be happy with this one because a lot of times the the paper doesn't quite have as much tooth. So this is going to mean you're going to get a little more vivid color with a little bit less work. Lays down beautifully right there. You can see we have these nice vivid colors. One thing they do with their organization, and I'm going to pull up another sheet here, and this is a freebie they have on their website that you can get that shows how they group them. And I actually really like this grouping system. They have reds, peaches, pinks, yellows, light greens, light blues, dark blues, purples, violets, browns, and grays. 6 of each. So even distribution. If you look at the Prismacolor at 72, we have a lot of grays here, plus a metallic and a silver, which in a 72 count, I kind of feel like we shouldn't have neons and metallics in there just because there's only so many pencils in the set, and I feel like they take up valuable real estate. Just a thought, just my personal opinion on this. If you want the metallics and the neons, I think they should be separate, and you can get them that way. But look at this, you can see how nicely it lays out because you've got them browns, you know, it's like, okay, purples, but look at all these purples right here. The purples and the Prismacolors are a little bit lacking going into blues. Again, we have to cut somewhere if we're going to have this many grays. The one color that is interesting is they have a jade green, which they do have green gray, but they put it up here in the browns and the greens, up here in the umbers, and they've got it down with the grays. So just something to see the way they lay out right there in the order. Standard Roy G. Biv pretty much with the order as well. Prismacolor has their own little order that they do where they start with yellow. Don't know exactly why they do that, but they do it. So let's get down to scoring these, and let's see how these score. So I've got the Prismacolor, so I'm comparing them to Prismacolors. So I've got my sheet. Now Prismacolors I set as a 3. I set them as the middle, like that way they can get better, it can be worse than, to compare it. So if we go through here with the Grizaye, erasability, it erased better. Look, see the erase here, smudgy. This one erased better. Now these are not erasable pencils. They're not claiming to be but I like to just see how they erase to know, like if I make a little mistake and I use my little eraser, will it lift some of the color at least? And it did. It lifted actually beautifully right there without a little bit of smudging, but not much. Blendability was about the same. I did 2 like colors and then 2 contrasting right there to kind of see how they blended. Blended great. Didn't have any trouble with it. Opacity is just a little bit worse, so it got a half star less. So it doesn't cover as well as the Prismacolor white, which I think it would take a lot to be the Prismacolor white, in all honesty, if you've used it, just for the way it can color and come back in. So next, hand fatigue. Because these covered so well with less work, gave it a little bit of a boost there with hand fatigue, as well as color vibrancy. You can see how vibrant these are right here. Great vibrancy. Predictability, the colors match the barrels and the names make sense with the colors. So that is that there. Now the biggest difference. We're gonna zoom in so you can see this even better right here. So the Prismacolor, and I'm comparing to the price for $150. So this is the best price you could possibly get for them. 90 cents a pencil. 28 cents a pencil for the Grizaye. That is an incredible deal. Like for a 72 set of pencils, I think that is one of the best prices I have seen in what I would consider non-budget pencils. Because with budget pencils, you know, you get what you pay for there. Here, I am shocked that this is the price here and this is the price here per pencil. They do have open stock. Like, it's just like, I'm amazed, like with this, like, you know. Another thing that really, really, really sets them apart, and we're gonna jump in with that. Like, so Prismacolor has a lot of different supplies. You can get markers, you can get some other Prismacolor art supplies to go along with it. With Grizaye, they are just launching a couple of new products. Right here, I've got the Glitz, which you can see they've got another one that's pearl that I'm ordering. Don't have it here. This is gonna be a future video. So we're not gonna jump in and look at this. This is part of Christmas. So month of December, I'm going to be doing sparkle as a theme. So be ready for that. We're gonna be adding sparkle to a lot of stuff. So I've got this pixie dust, as well as they've got a pearl one, which I am very, very, very curious to try and see how it works. So they've got that those 2 products. They have a recipe book. Now in the recipe book, they've got a bunch of really neat ways to see how the colors work together. And I'm gonna open it. I've had it open before for you guys, but here we are. So if you look in the recipe book, they even got a little, it comes with a little picture to color, but they show how 2 colors blend. Then they've even got 3 colors with these blooms right here, nicely organized. So you can see how they'll roughly behave. I like to try these myself, but they do have a page right here. The paper for this part isn't probably the best for it, but you can feel that you could lay down something. It doesn't have a lot of tooth. It's a glossy print book. Hard to get that to work right. But they also, this is another freebie on the website. So the petal page and this page were free. They have a color comparison chart right here with their pencil versus Prismacolor and Faber-Castell. So you know which colors match up, which I think is a great tool to have. I wish this had been colorable right here, because I would like to be able to put it in so I can see actual pencil to pencil for comparison, but that's just me. I like to be able to lay them in and see exactly how it looks, because printers vary, that kind of thing. They also have various coloring products. So this was the first one I did of theirs. This is a peony. You can see right here that it comes with a photo. And this is like a very light grade photo that then you color on top of to add the color to it. So really, really cool. Might be able to see it right there a little bit. It looks like that. So really fun. It comes with the pencils right here, a sharpener, and a little swatch card. So super cool with that. Also, they have color by number if you are a color by number colorist right here. And they're even nice and put it to where it's not on the sheet, so you're not having to cover up these. I did this in a live stream. I also did the peony in a live stream. Those videos I'll have linked in the description below, so if you want to check those out and see a little bit more in the process of actually using the pencils, they will be there. So that to me makes a huge difference. Also, customer service is great, so I have dealt with them. Not because I'm an issue, but just they're an easy company to actually get a hold of. Have you tried getting a hold of Prismacolor? Smaller company, that is a bonus as well. So that is where I see these. So should you get these pencils? Yes. If you are coloring with Crayola and are like, I don't want to spend the money on anything, like these right here, I think you will be happy with. I did not grab my, that's something. I will put the Crayola price up on the screen right now so that you can know the difference between the 72 count, well, whichever one, I think it's the 100 count of Crayola versus these. And you can see just how much of a value these are. And if you are a colorist looking to up your game a little, because you'll be very much happier, very much happier. That's great grammar. You'll be a lot happier with these over some Crayolas. I can tell you, your hand will thank you. So that is it for today. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment below if you have these, if you've heard of them, if you've used them. I'd love to know what you thought about using them as well. And that's going to be it for today. Get ready. I have so much content coming for the month of December. So I'm looking forward to jumping in and having a lot of fun finishing up projects right now for the month of November. So live streams every Tuesday through Friday at noon Central Time. You can hop in there. I am finishing all the works in progress that I have sitting around my studio so that we hit December with a blank slate, blank canvas. So look forward to seeing you there. And until next time.